very lively show. Greg Cosell in 1 hour, NFL Meat Sandwich. John Lynch, 49ers general manager.
Ooh, we can ask him about Jimmy Garoppolo.
I know.
That's exciting.
That is exciting. He was working here at Fox a year ago.
Yep.
I've covered John since he played at Tampa. Wonderful, wonderful family, wonderful guy. So I got to start with this story. So LaVar Ball, well, he's got quite an idea here. He said he plans to start a league for high school graduates. So they don't have to go to college. Those high school kids now can go to a league started by LaVar Ball. Here's his 3 points. Hey, they can be seen immediately by pro scouts. Yeah, because they can't be seen by pro scouts at Carolina, Duke, or UCLA. Okay. He also says, we're going to get them paid. Somebody's got to pay these kids. Yeah, it's such a sacrifice. You can make $3,000 at LaVar's league or go to Duke and make, $40 million later. And the third thing he said, the NCAA is holding these kids hostage. Yeah, is that what we call education now? Hostage? All right. Yeah, this is interesting to me. I want to remind you, the top 40 NBA stars, one currently went high school to the pros, LeBron. 2 are Euros, Porzingis and the Greek Freak. 37 of the 40 attended a domestic college. College basketball works. College basketball is good for players. It is the perfect place for any 19-year-old, whether you're a basketball player or you're a computer programmer. You meet new people, new ideas. You have to sacrifice space. You live in a small dorm room. Not everything goes your way. Let me remind you of the reigning dynasty in the NBA. It's Golden State. Steph Curry, college, 3 years. Klay Thompson, college, 3 years. Draymond Green, college, 4 years. Their biggest challenger in the West is Houston. Chris Paul, 2 years. James Harden, 2 years of college. By the way, I'm going to mention some guys who are dominating this league. Kawhi Leonard, 2 years. Damian Lillard, 4. Steph, 3. James Harden, a couple. Westbrook, 2. Paul George, 2. Jimmy Butler, 4. Dwayne Wade, 3. See a trend here? Let me give you a list of 5 guys in this league who have never been as dominant and never been as good as we think they probably should have been considering their draft status. Melo, 1 year of college. John Wall, Boogie Cousins, Andrew Wiggins, Anthony Davis. They're not as good as we thought. They were going to wreck this league. No, they never have. Think a year of maturity, a couple years of coaching, emotional, mental would have helped. Go look at the legends in this league. Michael Jordan, 3 years. Duncan, 4. Ewing, 4. Bird, 4. Kareem, 4. They came into the NBA as men physically and men emotionally. What about Kobe Bryant? What about him? What was Kobe's problem to the very last shot he took in the NBA? Selfish. Didn't help others. Didn't sacrifice enough. Getting along with people and new ideas. That's what college is all about. Go spend a year. John Beilein at Michigan. Tom Izzo at Michigan State. Mark Few. Steve Alford. Jim Boeheim. John Calipari. Roy Williams. That's a bad thing? College is a great thing. It's not holding you hostage. I'm not here to tell parents how to parent, but if you send your kid to LaVar Ball's camp to make $3,000 over Mike Krzyzewski, you're a crappy parent, and you don't get it. College basketball has now been completely marginalized. It's some sinister, evil experience, holding those poor kids hostage, not allowing them to, chase their financial dreams and make $3,000 in some Z League. No. Look at the legends of this game. Look at the stars of this league. 37 of the 40 played college hoops. Don't use LeBron as the outlier. LeBron's a freak. He's as good physically as anybody that's ever played the game. Don't count the outlier. I know Tom Brady went in the 6th round of the draft. Generally speaking, the great quarterbacks were in the 1st round or the 2nd round. Ralph Sampson was on this show yesterday. The greatest college player I watched when I was a young man. And he told us he just wasn't ready to go pro out of high school.
I had a chance to come out in high school. And I did not choose to come out because I was 190 pounds soaking wet. And then I had Red Auerbach come to my house, my parents' house, and had $1 million in a briefcase. And said, come out and play for the mighty Boston Celtics. Well, looked at my mom and dad, and I said, are we okay? When you're ready to go, you'll tell us. So I knew kind of after my 2nd year kind of what was going on, but I had no clue my freshman year.
Yeah. Look, I'm not here to judge you as a parent, but if you think your kid's being held hostage by the college basketball experience, you don't have a clue. And unfortunately, there's a lot of parents without one. All right, let me shift to this. I went home last night. I watched that Lakers-Houston game. That was as well as the Lakers have played. It's one game. It doesn't mean a ton. Let's not go crazy here. Houston's a much better team. If they played them in a 7-game series, Lakers would be lucky to win a game. But when Lonzo Ball came into this league, I said he'd never be a great scorer, but he had a chance to be a culture changer like Steph Curry. Steph Curry, 3-point shot is a revolution in this league. And there's something that I've always felt about people. Selfish people are contagious, and so are giving people. If you watch the Lakers last night, they had 27 assists. The Lakers last year were 26th in assists. This year, they're 9th. The major change has been Lonzo Ball. Passing is contagious, and so is selfish. Kobe's last year with the Lakers, they were dead last in assists. Carmelo Anthony's career in New York with the Knicks, 1 year they were dead last. They averaged about 25th to 26th. What's remarkable about what Lonzo's doing is the Lakers only have one true 3-point shooter, Kyle Kuzma. Brandon Ingram's okay. The Lakers right now are last in 3-point percentage, and they're the worst free throw shooting team in the league, too. This is a roster that does not have many great shooters, and they're currently 9th in the NBA in assists. That is Lonzo Ball. He is not a bust. In fact, what he is what we sort of predicted. A long, angular, very giving player who guys are going to want to play with. He'll never be a great scorer. I don't think he's athletic enough or dynamic enough to be a superstar. But in my life, one thing that is absolutely true in every work environment, selfish is contagious. And if your star, Kobe and Melo, are selfish people, that bleeds down. And giving and unselfish is equally contagious. And the Lakers right now in this league are a top third to top quarter assist team. And there's no way they should even be close. They have one elite shooter on the entire roster. He's not going to be a bust. The win last night doesn't mean a ton. But if you sat and watched that game for 2.5 hours, and I did, it is noticeable the influence Lonzo has. Giving it up, passing. You give it up, you get it back. You give it up, you get it back. Feed the guy who's hot, he's hungry. That was a great win for the Lakers, but more than that, it is a continuing statement on how they're changing. Give them more three-pointers. This could be the Warriors of passing. And passing, great passing, leads to a lot of great shots. Good to have you in today. I was thinking about this. Christine used to work in Boston.
Yes.
And Boston's known as a very tough New York media, Boston media, tough guys. What an embarrassing display yesterday. Belichick has so intimidated Boston media.